Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the same idea which we have seen in for loop. How to generate numbers. What are different types of numbers that we are going to generate in this program is we are going to generate normal numbers in a linear fashion. We are going to generate even numbers. We are going to generate odd numbers. Also, we are going to generate numbers in reverse order, even numbers in reverse order, and odd numbers in reverse order. Reverse means from descending to ascending. This is from ascending to descending. Okay. Here you can see that there are 6 buttons which I have kept now here. I have also kept one text box. This is text box 3. This is text box 1 and this is text box 2. These two are the inputs and this is the place where we are going to get our output. This is the text box 1 is the input and text box 2 is the input and text box 3 is the output, and we have one more button where we are going to clear. So clear the content of text box 1, text box 2 and text box 3. So you see this is label 1, this is label 2, this is label 3, text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, button 1, button 2, button 1, button 1, button 2 here, up and down, button 3 here, button 4 here, button 7 and button 8. 5 and 6 I deleted. Okay, when I was designing I deleted. So that's why 5 and 6 are not here. You can use 5 and 6 in your code. It's okay. See, it is not necessary you should follow exactly what I am doing, because when I was doing the design 5 and 6 got deleted. So I have added 2 more buttons, 7 and 8. Okay. So button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 7 and button 8. 5 and 6 are deleted. Okay, don't forget it. This is button 9. So I have placed totally 7 buttons. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Tamam. Now let us see what is the idea. You will enter the first number, starting number here. You will enter the finishing number here. Then when you click the button generate number, you should get the answer here. You will enter the first number here. You will enter the last number here. When you press generate even number, it should generate the even number for you. The same is for the odd number. Same for the number in reverse order, even number in reverse order and odd number in reverse order. This button clear is used to clear the content of text box 1, text box 2 and text box 3. Now let us see the codes for your better understanding now. So first let us see this code for button 9. Button 9 code, let us see now. Button 9 code is very simple. Look at the button 9 code. Text box 1 dot text equal to empty, text box 2 dot text equal to empty, text box 3 dot text equal to empty. So this is the clear idea, you know it. Now the next one is what? We have the next one, which is actually the other buttons which we are going to see one by one. So this is very simple. Text box 1 dot text, make it empty with the empty quotes. Similarly text box 2 empty quotes, text box 3 empty quotes. Now you are going to this button 1. Button 1 here, this is button 1. Very simple. First you have to see the beginning. I am actually declaring two variables, which is a public variable dim I and j. I am declaring two variables dim I and j, which are integer. Now if you can see what I am going to write in button 1, I am assigning to I and j, which is an integer. These two are variables, they are integers. Whatever the value you enter in text box 1 and whatever the value you enter in text box 2 will be assigned to I and j. Let us see the design one more time. This value which you enter here will be assigned to a variable called I. The value that you are entering here will be assigned to a variable called j. This is the idea that you have to keep in mind. So now let's go here. While, that means it is going to check a condition while I. If you are entering 1, 1 is less than, if you are entering the last number as 10, while I is less than or equal to 10. That means what? 1 is less than 1 is lesser than 10. It's true. When it is true, it will go to this step. What is the step? Text box 3 dot text equal to text box 3 dot text plus string of I. What is the value of I in the beginning? For example, if you are entering the value 1, it will print 1. Then I value will, it is going to the next line, I is going to increase by 1 value. What is the initial value of I? For example, if you entered 1 there, it will become what now? 2. So then again it will go and check this condition. While 2 is less than or equal to j. It is true. Yes, 2 is less than 10. True. Then it will go and print this one because the value of I is what now? 2. Then again it will go and check I equal to I plus 1. Then it will actually print like this until the value becomes what? 10 is less than or equal to like it becomes 11. When the value of I becomes 11, it will stop because 11 is not less than or equal to j. J means what? If you have entered 10 in the text box 2, it will stop. So this is for button 1. The code for button 2 is the same. Everything is same. Only there are 2 changes. You can see here. This will be what? Because here you start from the bigger number to smaller number. So the less than or equal to becomes what here? Greater than or equal to. It changes as what? Greater or equal to. Because the number is going to be printed in the reverse order. So it is greater or equal to. Okay. And then since the number is starting from a big number, we have to reduce the numbers. So in order to reduce the numbers of the value of I, we have to use minus, not plus. See, the only change between these two codes is this one. Everything is same. Only here it is less than because it starts with small value for I and higher value for j. But here the I is actually going to have a higher value, whereas the j is going to have a lower value. So I want to decrease the value of I so that the I and j will become equal at one point of time. Then I will be becoming lesser than j. It will stop. So something like this. Okay. Now this is decrement and this is increment. Increment means you will add plus and decrement means minus 1. Now this is the idea of button 1 and button 2. Okay, now let us look at the code for button 3. Button 3, everything is same like button 1. Same like button 1. The code exactly same like that one. There is only one change. You will add double increment because even numbers are alternate numbers, not consecutive numbers. It is going to be like 1, then not 2, 3, then not 4, then 5. So that's why you are just changing only this one. Everything is same like button 1. The only change that is going to happen is here in this line, I plus 2. You got it? So you can see here what is button 3? Generate even number. The code for odd number, same. These two codes are same. The only what is going to change? The input that you are going to give is going to change here. These two codes are the same. See, button number 3 and button number 7 are going to have the same code according to my code because it's the same. Odd number and even number are alternate numbers, not consecutive numbers. So whatever I show now here in button 3, the same code is actually written in button 7. Okay, button 7. If you can see here, button 7. Same code, no change. Exactly same code. Because odd and even have the same logic. The only change is what? In the input that you are going to give. That's the only change that is going to happen. Is that clear? I hope it's clear for everyone. Now let's go for the next one. The next one that we are going to see is actually what? Now you got the idea for button 1, button 2, button 3 and button 7. Now let's see for button 4. Everything is same for button 4. Only what you have to do, instead of giving increment, in button 3 you give increment. Here you have to change these two, like less than or equal to is changed as greater or equal to because it is what? From bigger number to smaller number. When it is going to be from the bigger number to the smaller number, you are using greater or equal to because always this value is more and this value is small. So you change it as greater or equal to, and then since this value is more, you want to reduce the value by using what? decrement operator by using I equal to I minus 2, because I want to reduce two steps, because this is printing even number in reverse order. Now the code for button number 4 and 8 are same. Everything is same. These two codes are same. These two codes are same. Then why we are writing this one? I will show you when I run the program. So this is the general idea of this particular program for generating various numbers using while loop. Now let us run this program to see how it works. Now I give a number 1, first number. I give a number 10. I want to generate numbers. See, it is giving me the answer 1 to 10. Okay. Now I will press clear. Now I want to print the number in reverse order. That means what? 10, 9 like this. So I will first enter the bigger number here. Starting number is what? 10. I want to finish with number 1. I click on this button. You see that the number is printed like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Because the while loop is executed how many times? You can see how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times the loop is executed. Okay. Now I will press the clear button. Now I am going to type even number. See, even number always starts with 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. So you have to always use the even number. And I want to finish with a number like 24. I want to start with 2 and 24. Now I want to generate the even numbers. Can you see that? All the even numbers which are starting from 2 up to 24 are printed for me. Now I will clear. I want to print an even number starting from 100 up to 70 up to 64, for example. 100 to 64. Generate even number reverse. Can you see now? 100, 98, 96, 94 up to 64 it is coming. I hope it's clear for you until now. Now I clear this one. Now I give odd number. Starting from 1, I want to finish with 29. You know, 1 is an odd number, even 29 is an odd number, because odd number is actually ending with what? 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Now I give what? Generate odd number. So 1 to 29 is generated. Now I give clear. So now I am going to type here the number like for example 999, and I want, this is a even, it's an odd number because 999. I want to finish with, for example, I want to finish with 965. This is my ending number. So generate odd number in reverse. It's not working. What's the problem? Let's check it. Maybe there is an error in our code. There is no error in the code. There is a problem in the way how we have written the code. Let us check. See, the most important thing in writing any code is what? You should not get afraid if there is an error. If there is an error, you should try to see where is the mistake and try to rectify it. So now I told you button number 4 and button number 8 are almost same. Let's look at the code of button number 4. If you look at the code of button number 4, where is button number 4? Okay, you can see here I is greater than or equal to j. Did I do the same thing here? Button 8? No. You see here, the mistake is here. Because I am putting a reverse order, but I put it as ascending order. So change it as greater or equal to. The program does not show any error, because there are two types of error in any programming. One is what? Logical error. The other one is syntax error. There is no syntax error in this program. The problem is coming from where? It is coming from the logic, because the logic means what? The way to solve the problem. That's called a logic. Now let us try. Now I enter here 997 odd number, and I want to finish with 65. Now you see, I got it. There was only small one mistake. There is no syntax error. See, the programming language will find out the syntax error, but it will not find out the logical error. You know what is logical error? Whenever you have you want to find a solution for some program or some issue that you are going to face, you have to have a method to solve the problem. That is called logic. Many number of times students don't have the logic. Their focus is only on understanding the program syntax. You know what is syntax? Grammar of the language. They are focused on memorizing for next, while, end while. This is not the only thing that is important. You have to understand, you have to develop this logical reasoning, how to solve the problem. This is one of the important aspect of writing any programming code or programming design that you are going to make. Many number of times people get confused because they don't want to understand the logic, they are only focusing on syntax. So this is not a good idea when you want to learn programming. I request all of you to focus on understanding how the code works. Once you got the idea, okay, this is how it works, it becomes so easy for you to write the code by yourself. Okay, with this I will stop today's class, and I think in the last class we will next class we will see about the multiplication table in while loop, and after that there is only one more. After we finish exercise number 5, the last activity for this one will be exercise number 6, which is going to be about how to connect the user interface that you are having. This is the user interface, the screen, Shasha. How to connect the user interface with the database. That's the idea which I will teach in the exercise number 6. With this, we conclude our class, inshallah, for today. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.